You opened early, JVC.
Hey, yeah, just had some link issues, so I just wanted to make sure everything was up and running, and I don't want to run right up against my start time either. So,
Cool. Yeah, there's been some fun in oil this morning. I've been scalping it.
yeah, so I see.
Yeah, I posted a couple of the views. I just took a short off here, um, and now it's like right on the spot. It could go either way to me. So I'm interested to hear your POV.
I'm liking the UB down there at the moment.
Yeah,
that's my POV.
That's interesting. And there's a price rejector at the other end.
Yep.
The only problem is right now we're above the big delta there at 70.
Mm-hmm.
And that's,
gotta get
was
down here ish.
yeah. And there was and they were really selling 70, and all of a sudden, we're above it. And
Yep.
little baby puke just happened. So yeah, very interesting. All right. Well, anyway, exactly. There's a zero print up there on the 30. Anyway, I'm going to just mute and listen to you, but a very, very interesting setup today. So please, we all have to be really mindful too of calling out, not there or here, but actually saying those,
on that note, this is a good time. Actually, is Tom here? Because this is directly for him. He's not here yet. Well, that's all right. I have made an improvement to my workspace, which is I have added two things. The yellow price number here is current price.
Oh, cool.
So,
okay.
If I say, and I'm long, and you look there, you see, okay, I'm, roughly where I'm long at. And this orange one here, I only have it right now on my trade copier charts. I haven't gone to the trouble of setting it up on my other one, but the orange box is whatever my current entry is, long or short. Whatever my entry was, that's it. So you will always be able to look up any.
Is that with pulp or without pulp?
It is actually extra calcium.
Extra calcium. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
The good stuff. All right, cool.
So
hey, while we're on this topic of this, I have the same thing on my charts with the big giant price.
Yep.
Is there a way to have it do the same thing with the interval, like I do on my
30-minute, 5-minute, whatever.
Yeah. Is there a way to do a text of that? What do you point it at?
The way is you would use a spreadsheet because that contains the data you need.
Never mind.
To the spreadsheet.
Yeah, you can't do the way you're doing the price where you just text for.
That's actually how I'm doing it. I'm using a spreadsheet.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just using that indicator.
No. Sorry. The price one. Yeah, I'm just pointing it to the current price line. Which I already have on my chart.
It's a study called text display for study.
Right, but you have to point it to a study. I'm pointing that to my current price line.
Okay.
So whatever that is. But for the entry,
that to entry. Can you point that to the interval?
Yes,
somehow?
The interval you would get from a spreadsheet.
So I'd have to have a spreadsheet.
That's how you do it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be. It's possible. There's another. You know how Sierra is. There's 27 ways to do everything. So just because one of these days maybe I'll dig into it.
On the price one, it's got that as an input. So it's really
right.
As long as you've got it running somewhere on the platform. Okay, cool.
Right. Well, you have to just point it to something that contains the price line. And there's lots of things that contain the price line, but there aren't lots of things that contain the interval. So
that's my problem. You read it perfectly. Yeah, I like your idea of the entry price. And I get how to do that too. It's just I was looking for a simple way to do the interval.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated, but it can be done.
Yeah, but even particularly, God, I'm blind anyway, even when I was younger, but now that I'm getting older, man, on this 4K monitor, those things are so
you
little.
Want 400 point font.
Oh, I know. It's like, and to get everything to fit, I think I've got it at 8 points, and, I have to stand like 2 inches from it to read the interval. So,
yep.
Anyway. All right. Cool. Your session's about to start. Knock me dead. I'm going on mute.
No problem. All right. All right. We are a minute out-ish, and this is about where I usually kick things off and start really looking at what's going on. And as we were just kind of talking about, I've got UB down below, PR up above. But interestingly, we have rotated all the way back up more towards the high than the low, which maybe is setting up for a phenomenal short, or maybe we're going to break the overnight high. I mean, this isn't a magic level, right? There's nothing that says, well, there's UB here and a price rejector there. We have to go down. No, we don't. So I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to let it open and tell me what the heck it wants to do before I get too jumpy. And again, real quick for anybody who just came in after I said it, I've got 2 new boxes on here. The yellow box on both charts, that's whatever the current price is. So if I just say, and I'm short, you look up and you'll see that's where I'm short from. The orange box, which is only currently on the trade copier charts, which will be number 2 and number 4 when I get ES up. That is my current entry, whatever it is, long or short. That is my entry. So if I'm in a trade and the orange box, then you'll know because the orange box will be lit up, or we'll have a number in it, I should say. All right, here we go. And I don't love the idea of a long to the overnight high. I don't love it, but okay. Price rejector. It's not able to go up. I'm going to go ahead and throw a stop in. If we push lower, I think I want to get in because it couldn't push up. It seemed like it should have been able to. Relatively low risk. If we rotate up past the current high, then I'm wrong. Get it? Wow. It's really just stalled out. Man. Noticing my heart. Oh, there it goes. That's exactly what I was thinking might happen. And we got UB down there, and that was some ridiculous aggression. Of course, there's no way I could capitalize on that. Oh my God. In fact, my trade copier wasn't even able to get in. Look how far off the entry is on that. Ouch. My funded account got in. I was a better position in the queue. Actually, no, they're both Sims. So I don't know. Anyway. Wow, that was nasty. And my copier didn't work. I got no entries. What's that?
Mine caught it. It slipped a tick, but it caught it. I was already short, and I caught my fill down at. I had a fill at 95. It went all the way down to 90. Actually, it went to 86 in the micros. Yep. Crazy move. Anyway.
Yeah, and even if I had a target in there, sure, I might have gotten it, but. Lately,
that was the problem. It happened instantly. Yep. I mean, it wasn't down there.
Catch that as a human.
It was on a 15-second view. It doesn't even make a bar.
Yep. All right. So I am out sitting on my hands at the moment. I'm flustered that my copier, that was a complete fail. Nothing entered, nothing placed an order, nada. I don't understand why, because I tested the crap out of this yesterday and it was working beautifully when I left it last night. So I don't know what happened there. All right. Well, we're pushing higher. I'm going to see about getting long towards the high. If it pulls back, I might. Oh, okay. Well, kind of eyeing this bulge right here. Okay. Oh. This might be an ugly day for me this morning in oil. I'm looking at that node delta right there at 70.20. And come on. Okay, and my copier worked this time. I think it just went too fast. That's interesting. Oh, no, that doesn't actually make sense. I'm going to have to look into that. That was a good live fire test then, because I've never had that happen since I've had the copier. So, all right. It's holding right at the edge of that node. But that's my spot there at 70.18-ish right there. And it's holding. The buyers lift it back up again each time. We're so close to the overnight high and we're rotating up right now. I can only argue that the high is in play. But it's not having an easy time of it. And that down sweep was just so insane, and leave UB down there and then turn around and go the other way. Wow. No. I'm getting that zoom lag again too from screen sharing, I think. Oh well. Okay, so that was fun. Not Where am I at? Yeah, ouch. Okay, well, I'm not at my daily drawdown limit yet, my personal limit, but that was an unfun 8 overnight for sure. Just caught me out in both directions, and this is not failing yet, but I just didn't like the possibility of it pushing past that edge and just down right back down into past the Min Delta and heading towards the lows again where that UB is. So this is just really, really ugly for me. This is about my worst case scenario. Is just totally unclear in both directions. And it seems like we ought to be going down. Like structurally, we should be heading lower, and we're not. So, but that's the thing about structure, right? It's a good solid guideline, but it is not law. So, all right. Well, I'm not going to do anything right now because I just don't like what it's doing. But I am going to take a look at what am I looking at? I want to go to, so let's see what happened here.
Hey, one other thing, JVC, just to share with you, you might not have noticed unless you were really watching it. The micros and the CL and MCL have been out of sync. At one point, they were 10 ticks apart, and so the liquidity providers aren't.
Yeah, somebody's failing at their job. What the hell?
Yeah, well, you can see the bids and asks on there, but when it's close to the inside, they're just standing back. So, basically they don't have any idea what's going on either. Normally they would be staking out, a real clear distance either side of the inside.
They're not willing to do it.
Exactly. And they do have clauses in their contracts, that allow them to do that under certain conditions. So that's definitely worth noting. You almost never see that. So
no. And it is Wednesday. And I know this is the reason why Lee didn't want the Wednesday slot, was because inventory and oil and, other stuff. He's just like, forget Wednesdays. I don't want FOMC.
It's also FOMC. Yeah,
exactly. So I haven't, and Lee and I had talked about this before about whether I traded my oil stuff on Wednesdays or not because of inventories. And, I actually hadn't even really thought about inventories till he mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, Wednesday inventories, huh? Because
I'm later in the morning though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm long done. I don't touch anything past, honestly, in oil, the last couple of weeks, I've rarely traded it past the A period because I get my trade, I get my goal, and that's like, okay, I'm done with oil for the day, or I'm done with that account rather. I haven't actually noticed for my particular setups and my particular approach that inventories has mattered, at least as far as I can tell. Not like I can actually tell, but it doesn't.
I don't think it does until a little later because nobody.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But maybe today is an example of where it can. I don't know.
Well, it could make it. It could make it more erratic before the number. Yeah, that makes sense. It's thinner.
Yeah. I mean, we'll never actually know. That's the thing. We can't know, but we can just kind of go, well, correlation.
Well, back to micro and CL. So MCL's low since the pit open is 69.86, but it's 69.90 for CL. 4 tick difference on the extreme. The top is the same at 70.30. So this is a really sloppy oil day. Maybe it's because of inventory's coming. Maybe Lee's right.
Yeah, maybe.
I never used to worry about it when I trade the crack spread until we got closer to it. And it's an hour and a half away. So.
Yeah, exactly. When it's, half an hour out, 20 minutes out, hell yeah. I don't want to be in the way. But this early, I've never worried about it.
Well, if you ever want to switch, I'm not married to the days I have. So, Wednesdays don't matter to me.
Don't listen to me either. I don't have any problem with Wednesday. That's why I took it. It's like, okay, fine. Doesn't bother me none. I'm not looking at this and going, oh my God, this is why I shouldn't trade Wednesdays. I'm not going to draw any conclusion from this other than, well, today was just a weird morning and things happened. So
can you see Amy's comment?
No.
Oh, I guess it just, I thought the host's in here. I'll copy it and paste it for the group. And then you can comment on this because I agree. Okay. It's a good suggestion. That's from Amy.
Well, markets are changing. Thoughts on recognizing when markets are changing, what has been working isn't anymore, and the ability to adapt. Yeah, that's a deep, intense, broad topic, deep and broad, really.
Well, we saw you do a little bit of it right at the open. This is unusual conditions. So, by the way, you know what else has happened? On the daily, The min maxes are upside down now. Min is up here at 70.12, and max is still down at 69.88. It's yeah,
interesting. So overnight is what it got over this. You're talking the 70 level, right? I'm assuming the overnight. 70.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really clean and organized, as I posted earlier, until the open, and it's been a mess ever since. Doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. Anyway,
right now, I mean, look at it. We're a tick up and above and below the open. We're just got nowhere, completely flat right now. So, if you were a candle pattern person, doji, you've got a perfect doji here.
We're right on the session VWAP at 70.15 too. It's just, again, not a trading signal, but it means everybody's, we're balanced basically.
Yeah, we're totally
I think that's
balanced.
a good idea. We could maybe do a roundtable on something like that.
That's what I was thinking. Sounds like
I do plan on doing that topic for one of my little upcoming fireside chats, because certainly over the years I've had to do it hundreds of times, and it's really important to understand if your edge no longer is your edge because conditions changed, or you just have to adapt it. And I used to just start changing stuff right away. And then I realized that, that's the wrong answer, because stuff doesn't change that quickly. So,
and the markets will have, weird days or erratic moments or whatever. It's part of it. So
particularly with structure, like you said, structure, there's times when structure just isn't structural.
They're great guidelines, but they're not laws. Nobody has to follow it. So
suggestions.
Yep, exactly. It's not like gravity, which is not just a good idea. It's also the law.
Oh,
well, I am finding myself wanting to lean forward and really, I literally just caught myself like super leaned forward, staring at my charts, like burning into the numbers. Like I'm going to see something. It's going to tell me something. So that's a sign to me that I need to take a step back, stand up, stretch, get away from the screen. I'm getting way too engrossed, and it's the first period of the day, and I'm already down about halfway to more than halfway on my copier account because of that gnarly entry slippage. But I need to just sort of take a breather, take a beat.
Yeah.
Not
run your stairs. That's what I just did.
Exactly. If I had stairs, I'd go run them. Exactly.
And on top of that, the equities look really interesting for the open. So, you don't want to have the energy that you had thinking about CL going into the equities.
Yep. In fact, let me just pop up my what do I call these things? Correlation. There we go. My correlation domes on my other screen, which you guys can't see, but there we go. So what are we doing? Not a whole heck of a lot. Pretty middle-ish right now. Just hanging out. All right. Just gonna pace my room a little bit.
I'll change the subject for a second. It's funny, you were just talking at one of our previous sessions about how they ought to do more helmet cams for races, and sure enough,
totally. Now it's standard. Apparently, that's so awesome.
No, it's not standard. They're negotiating. The guys that are doing it are getting little bonuses. That's what's going on.
Okay.
And a lot of them don't really want to do it. George Russell said he's going to do it at Mercedes now that he's over there. Oh. So, and Leclerc has always been, and the other one that's been a cooperative is not Ocon. The other guy. Oh, come on. He did a couple of months ago. Carlos Sainz. So, So anyway, we should see a lot more of it. But that one clip is really cool because, Leclerc is right in the middle of the pack, and you can just. Can you imagine just that kind of physical, for 2.5 hours, just getting. Yeah. God.
I cannot. I mean, I can't. Watching that clip, just noticing like his glance at the mirror.
Yep.
I couldn't even register that he had done it until it was already done.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, what on earth did he gain from what could he possibly have seen in 100 milliseconds or so? Like, whatever that was, it was so freaking instant. But obviously they can see stuff in that quick of a look.
I just imagine your peripheral vision just must be on total high alert, because you're 2 inches away from another guy and you're going 200 miles an hour, and if you just bump each other, that, that can be.
It ain't bumper cars. You bump each other. Somebody's spinning out. So the more I watch those kind of views, the more respect I have for these guys driving, and you're basically laying down on your back. Yeah.
The position
you don't get an appreciation for that in any other view. I mean, yeah, you can tell, okay, yeah, they're moving, they're fast. Yeah, sure. Okay, it's fast, but you don't really understand it until you see it from their perspective. And then it's just
tires are up higher than you are.
Oh yeah, I guess they probably are. Yeah.
Yeah. You're sitting in the middle of your tires. That's just mind boggling. Oh, someday to have a Formula One car.
That's why I want my dream car. If I were ever actually going to own something like that, would be an Ariel Atom, because it's about, I think, as close as you can reasonably get to a street legal F car.
Ariel Atom. Wow, I hadn't heard that in a long time.
Yeah, those things are so cool. I want to at least drive one someday. That's a definite goal of mine. Is one of these days.
That's probably. I'm just reading the specs. I am power weight 1,500 pounds. Yeah, that would be a similar experience. A 3-second 0 to 60.
Yeah, for an average person.
Right. Yeah. One of my nephew, the one that flips BMWs, one of the cars he had was it was a 335 ISI, which is a really rare high performance dual turbo, 3-body, like a souped up M3. And that thing could do 0 to 60 in about 3.9. And we were out the track one time, and he was driving and I was in it. And it's mind boggling how much G-force, even at that speed, those speeds. And, so then imagine a Formula One car that'll do that, like in a second and a half.
Absolutely.
The G-forces can be up to 40 or 50 in a crash, but in the turn, they're routinely 6 Gs. That's like flying a fighter jet. Yeah. Except the fighter pilot has a G-suit on.
Yeah. I mean, going 150 to 200 miles an hour to zero. Mm-hmm. That's I don't care who you are. That's no fun. No,
not at all. Definitely a sport of the elite, a learned skill, just like what we do. So this is I'm watching your oil here. It cannot get to the high. It doesn't want to get either of the UBs, but sure, it's not given any.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's just hanging out, ebbing and flowing. But the thing is, I like oil. It's like calm seas when they shouldn't be, or something. It's right. When oil gets kind of calm and ebby flowy, I'm just immediately on alert, going, I don't like this. What's happening? And that's why
that sweep down we just
exactly. That's why this morning when it moved in like a 6 or 8 tick range, and then it just sort of stalled. I went, oh, something's coming. I didn't expect it to, instantaneously reverse the whole whatever the something was. I was expecting more of it to do this and then this and then this and then all the way down and hit, get to the low. But
here's the numbers on that breakdown, JVC. I'm looking at it right now. It was at 70.14. It was 690 contracts. That's a lot in oil. It was obviously another time frame trader, and it traded all the way down to 69.90 and then reversed in the same 5-second. I went down to 5-second bars, and
I was going to say it wasn't even 5 seconds. It was about like a second or less.
It was a beat.
It was crazy fast. By the time I even registered what had just happened, I realized, wait a minute, it's already back where it started. What just happened?
Somebody sold a big chunk and it pushed through the whole book. And when it got down there, the guys who were actively trading realized it was a great buy and they bought it.
We'll take it.
That's exactly what happened.
The thing about that is, like, I don't think any human realized that was a great buy and bought it.
No, somehow
you couldn't have. Yeah, but there's definitely something was sitting there saying, hey, if this kind of behavior occurs, buy it.
My buddy that does all the algorithms, the shop in Long Island, I've seen he's got some that work like that around the inflection points. They look for sudden extremes and then they immediately hit the market and with a certain amount based on how many. For example, this is 700 or whatever. When he sees that exhausting, and again, you need a computer to do it. You need to be right at the exchange. Then they would start throwing on percentages of it on the other side. That's what they would do.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's an algorithm. There's no way. They turn the algorithm on, but a human can't execute that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No way.
Incidentally, I wasn't watching. I don't remember now if anybody else noticed, but did anybody see if my my orange box got a number in it during any of my trading? Did anybody remember that? Because I wasn't either. I'm not used to looking for it yet. So
who was watching JVC's box?
Exactly. Somebody needs to keep an eye on that thing. Yeah. It's got a mind of its own. Oh boy. This is, maybe B period will be a nice opportunity. The A period stunk. And at least the nice thing is if B period were to, just fingers crossed, it would be nice because it would then be fitting structure again, which is, of course, what I like to see. If B period were to rotate us down and push through the UB, resolve it, et cetera, and want to head towards the low, I've got enough room here to still catch something pretty nice once it has clearly said, yeah, you know what, we're ready. We're finally going to pick a lane and go. If it heads to the upside,
that could be a really good setup. Absolutely.
It could. I'm hoping B period maybe is where we get that. It's just so weird to see it for this long, just kind of hang out in A period, because usually in A period, oil is starting to pick a direction, at least for the period. At least that's my experience. Of course, my experience lasts all of like 6 weeks or something like that. So what the hell do I know?
I'm just looking at where the liquidity is. If it goes from, if it can break that UB at the top and kind of overshoot to like 70-50, that might be a really sweet spot to get short.
Or wait, no, UB at the top. I don't have UB at the top.
Not on the session, just on the 30-minute. There's one right at the top of the.
But the 30-minute and the session are the same right now.
I've got a UB. What's that left over from? Hang on, let me blow it up and look. Where's that? I'm seeing UB right at 40. What is 74.40? What is that from?
74. Oh, 74.40. Way up there.
No.
Okay,
70. Yeah. I'm 7040. I'm sorry.
Oh, 70.40. Got it. Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, I see what it is. Okay, since the overnight started, it's a 30-minute UB, but it's below where the top is on the price projector.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so it's a UB in the 30-minute from overnight. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the first level I've been watching as a potential short. It's right at 40, and then I'd love to see an overshoot of that to 50. That would be an interesting spot, because then we would have just tested the price rejector, and then if it came back down, it would hold. But you're seeing the price rejector from 40 to 44, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a really nice one, but it's not like we did a lot of volume to it so far. So I don't know how rigid that will be.
Yeah.
Well, I will be listening in on how you do on your B trade. I'm going to switch over to the indexes for the open and go back on mute, but I'm listening. This could be a really good setup you've got here. I'm very curious to see if it plays out.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah.
Get my equities up.
Yeah, it's coming into equity land now, isn't it?
Okay, there's my equities. There's my ES anyway. All right.
The ES has been litigating this kind of 27 to 30 area for the last 3 or 4 hours. I was scalping long at the other end of it. Up here, I'm not doing anything, but I'm watching it. It has held 25 to 27 really well so far. Even on an aggressive push down, it got bought earlier. That's like 3 hours ago. So Asian market time. All right, well, have fun on your B-Day.
Well, thank you.
May it be profitable.
Yes, indeed. That's the plan. What have we got here going on? Well, stops at one end, price rejector on the other. What about over? Oh, sorry, this is overnight. What am I saying? Sorry, we have an overnight.
Wow, look at that. Now it's all the way back down to 08.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know where.
Trying to push min delta, and then it's just kind of although maybe if it can get past maybe 06 or so, the low might be being targeted. But again, we got that big delta, the overnight delta. It's 70. It's really sticking out. I wonder if whatever algo bought it down there was going to be a persistent buyer down there, or if that was just if price moves this fast, this far, act on it.
I bet it was one of those. I doubt it was a serious limit buyer.
I doubt it too. I think that was something detected. Price changed X amount in Y time. Act.
That's a very common type of algorithm. It's just
totally
really, really, really short-term volatility scalping.
Yep. Always fade it.
But again, if you can't automate it, forget it. It's not something
for sure. It's totally only the realm of the robot for sure.
I'm as close as you can get, and I can't do it.
Yeah. Somebody should teach Lewis Hamilton to trade.
Yeah, really. All of those guys must have just ridiculously fast reactions.
Oh yeah, I mean, so seriously, it's Olympian athletes probably can't hold a candle to their reaction
Yeah,
times. I mean, I
yeah.
can't think of a sport that requires faster.
No, there was that one crash, not this week, but last week, or almost crash. Lewis and Max going into one of the turns, and they
Mm.
showed the perspective from Lewis's the camera right above his head, and you could see Max coming over, and you can see him respond to get out of the way, and he does it so fast. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's mind-boggling. It's definitely a blink. There's no question.
Yeah, oh, completely. There's no
Yeah.
thought going into that.
No,
That's all
no.
just
Yeah.
completely drilled in instinctive
Yeah.
reaction at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oils again. It's getting heavy. It feels heavy to me now. But 70 is still. I want to see what happens there. If there's a reaction at 70. If there isn't, able to push past there, I'd be interested in possibly trying to join it short for a push of this UB and continuation down. Maybe I can get this trade after all. Oh, okay, or not. Let's see here. Okay, good. Okie dokie. So none.
So Maria, we no longer have Maria's phone. This morning we have Maria's walkie-talkie. I love it.
Oh wow, she's got a walkie-talkie now. Ooh, going old school. Breaker,
That's right.
breaker, good buddy.
Yeah, breaker, breaker, one niner. You got the mobile mom.
There you go. All right, oil's starting to. Well, it's not. I guess it can catch a bid on the way up, but there isn't a term for like catching an ask. Like there isn't the other side of that. That's I never thought about that. Whatever the opposite of catching a bid is, it's getting one.
Slamming the bid is the opposite from my term.
Yeah, that's true, but it's still on the bid. It's always
what happens
on the bid. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Nobody talks about the ask. I wonder why that is. Well, but again, just
lifting of the ask is always relevant.
Oh, true. Yeah, right. There's lift the ask. That's true, but not the other way around. So
yeah, because slamming the bid is really slamming the bid is really the guys that are holding the ask is what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
counterintuitive to new people that's what it is. And
yep, totally.
I was trying to explain once again the idea that that one side is sell side, one side is buy side, unless there's somebody holding the line, and then it's the opposite. And getting people to understand that is really hard.
And yet they'll understand support becomes resistance. Resistance
exactly.
Becomes support.
Yeah, because that's on Twitter.
Yeah. And again, we're back to the open again. It's just there's no one is ready to commit to say, yeah, let's keep this going. Let's keep this trucking. And that's what I need to see. I need to see somebody deciding, yeah, okay, let's go this way. And so far, just not getting it. Wow. So puzzled over my copier because right now, there's my 2-minute warning. From where I sit, it looks like it didn't work at all. But I swear in the moment I saw something in it execute. But I don't see anything in my trade logs. So I guess it didn't, which, I mean, given how much I'm down here, I suppose is good. It means my evals didn't get hammered. But I don't know why it work. I mean, if I hang on, let me look at something here. If I throw an order on down here, what do we get? See, okay, that's working. Yep, there's okay. So there's my So my visualization's at least working. But I don't know. Yeah, so everything looks fine. In order. Yep. Okay. Well, dunno. Let's just see what else plays out. Here's the open. I'm really curious to see if oil reacts to it. If maybe the equities opening is what it takes to get oil to pick a lane. Kind of picking up a little bit of energy. Okay, we're open in the equities. Oil's not reacting at all. UB on both ends and ES. Trying to push up. Can't do it. I can't push down either. Wow. Okay, now it's pushing up. Okay. Can it get some sustained anything? No. Now it's pushing lower. Okay. And I think we might have a short brewing here. Wow.
Price discovery.
Yes, indeed. Kinda am liking this short, but it's still indecisive. Yeah, and see, there it goes. Yeah. Okay. An almost price rejector. Now it's a price rejector. Oil's starting to move. Okay. Here's the 70. 70 is in sight. Is it going to finally get up and go? Technically, my B period trade is only to the bottom of A period. Of course, I often consider that since the A to overnight didn't resolve, that it's still in play. Even in B period, it sort of becomes B to overnight. All right, yes, pushing down. I think there's a possible short to the overnight low here. Yeah, just not giving me any real clear clue. As it melts down. Okay, but 40 contracts there. We got UB. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can get a push lower. Okay. Looking at the pullback bar. Okay, I'm short in my copies, and they worked this time. Okay, and I'm short in my funded. Yes, I'm short about 46.23. Okay, UB at the low. Looks like it still wants to push. Pull back. We had some stops trigger on the 30-minute, it looks like, assuming my labels are being correct, which I don't know. I've been having some issues around lately, so they might not be correct. We got UB at the low for sure. Oil is wanting to push that 70, but not really successfully doing it yet. Okay, yes. Looking like it might want to pull back a little bit more, but it's getting kind of stuck around overnight min delta. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, good. Whew, for a second, I thought I was looking at the wrong thing.
I'm going to bail out. Have fun.
All righty. Catch you later. Okay. Yes, it's not really heading lower, not really heading higher either. So, no, now it is. Okay. Okay, almost no. Okay, almost a price. I know it is a price rejector. Okay, I got a price rejector in the pullback bar, and it did reject reasonably. Still like the low. This is the downside of using stops to enter is you're by definition entering it at a less favorable price as opposed to a limit. But this is also why I play only one lots now. Okay, we're pushing lower. Here we go. Oh, and I don't have, oh, dang it. My attached orders got turned off. There we go. Now I have my stop. All right, beautiful. And oh, and now I'm noticing that my trade entry is not working. So I will have to look into that. All right, pushing. Great, beautiful. All right, that's the trade I was looking for. And I am protected. And I got a couple of ticks out of my funded, and I got whatever that was. I don't know, 8 ticks. Yeah, a couple points in my copies. So, and my copier worked. Woohoo! There it is, $100. Boom, 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 boom. So that's a quick $800 in the copies. So that's good at least. I don't know why this didn't work. I am considering that the B period, what am I saying? Sorry, A period and yes, A period trade is done because we got to within 4 ticks of the low and we have a price rejector and now we've reversed all the way. So as far as I'm concerned, that setup's done. Now oil has kindly gotten to where I was wanting to keep an eye on it. It's getting pushed past that 70 level. And it's kind of looking like it's going to go. Okay. All right. I'm short in both accounts. And it worked over here. Okay. So something's just wrong on the yes one. I'm short 69.95, as you can see in the orange box there. Isn't that lovely? Come on. You're so close to the UB now. You want to take it. Got UB on the pullback bar as well. And come on. Come on, just do one of your that. Just do that. Exactly. As I was saying it. Oh, that's too hilarious. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. So now, come on, push a little further. Come on, there's UB down there. I'm gonna back off. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna get tight again. There we go. All right. And I'll tighten up a little bit more, but that could be it. Let's see, at least for now. Well, maybe not. Okay, price rejection. Okay, took me out. I'm out in the copied accounts. And did they work? They did not. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong instrument. They didn't work. Nuts. So ES worked and CL didn't. Okay, I got. I had some bugs to work out. Dang it. I don't know why that didn't work. I'm annoyed. But that's the way it goes sometimes. All right. So technically my A period B period now, B period in oil, A period in ES. Okay. My A, still can't get it right. My B period trade in oil is technically done because we did break the A period low. But we didn't ever break the overnight. So the probabilities go up the longer we go into the session without having broken the overnight high or low. So now the probability that we're going to break one side or the other of the overnight is even higher than it was last period. So I am inclined to still want to play this, but I don't love how rapidly we ran out of juice down here. I mean, we pushed down. That was nice, but then just completely ran out of gas. So don't know. And we don't have UB or anything. We have a price rejector, in fact. So it's very clean, a very clean and tidy bottom. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look away and glance at the chat. Yeah, it does feel heavy, Amy. You're right. It definitely. I mean, because we pushed down, and yeah, sure, we ran out of gas, but it's not like we reversed and got all the way back up to the open again, or back into the delta range or something. I mean, right now it feels quite heavy. It absolutely does, in oil at least. And actually, looking at ES does too. ES looks like it's about to want to push and extend further south. So I am not going to touch that because that's not in my setup. But it's, I still like observing and seeing if I read things reasonably well, even if I'm not going to trade it. It's kind of mentally, mental trading, mental paper, mental floss. I don't know, something like that. All right. Well, let's see. Let me take a look. So yeah, so my copier failed. I don't know why it failed. See, this is the hardest part about the copier. Oh, and there goes yes. Yep. The hardest part about the copier is that I can't. These kinds of tests, like I have to at some point, I have to test it in the combine. I can't test in sim. Okay, we're about to head lower. I'm gonna catch it. Okay, I am short 69.82 in the copies. I did not get them in the funded, but let's see if I can catch it on the next push because it looks like it's going to want to go. And come on. Come on, somebody sit on oil. Okay, I'm looking at the big delta at 70. Or it's not at 70. Or sorry, 7. That's 6. There's two to big deltas. Sorry, there's one at 69.88 and one at 70. All right, come on, here we go. Come on, oil. Do one of your little pukey, barfy things. That's the technical term for it, a pukey, barfy thing. Come on. And come on. Come on. Come on, pukey, barfy thing. Nah, that doesn't count. That does not count. Keep going. Come on. You know you want to do it. It's ponderous. Come on. No, you're heading totally the wrong direction. Nope, 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 nope. Wrong way. And you come back down. Okay, so it's playing this high volume node here, just building that out. But I still like the short. And here it comes, possibly. Come on. That UB. But it might need to ebb and flow in this node for a little while, build up some shorts. Who knows? But so far, they're not stepping on the gas. There's no momentum. Ebby and flowy and ebby and flowy. Let's ebby and flowy in the downwards direction, shall we? It actually sort of looks like it's doing. Kind of feels like each little rotation up and down doesn't go. It goes like a tick lower than the last one, as far as the high goes. But who knows? It can do whatever it wants. Whatever the traders trading it want to do. We do have, I like all the positive delta up here on the pullback bar. So we've got some passive sellers sitting up there, and that coincides with that nice big positive delta at 88. So I'm looking to them to hold the line for me here. But we've got some buyers down here too. I mean, the deltas are very clear. Buyers down here and sellers up here. So here's our range, right? This node down at the bottom. And come on, sellers. Are my copies in? My copies are not in. Damn it. And I'm short 2. How did I get short 2? Oh my God, I'm on a 2 lot. Oh, geez. Hello. Okay, I fat fingered something. I'm going to take one off at a tick. Hopefully it will give it to me. Good thing I'm allowed a 2 lot. That would have been really bad if it was like on a 4 or something. Oops. I think I should get it. It's been able to ebb and flow back down to that level fairly comfortably. So let's see if I can get it. Come on, sellers, step on it. What I really don't like about this is this becomes real obvious where people's stops are going to be. There's people getting short right here, which means they got stops right in here, which means a stop run to just catch them and then come right back could easily happen. And we might even be seeing it about to occur. Let's see. Well, we're coming back down into the node range. There we go. There's a little bit of energy to the downside. Can you give me my tick on the 1? Come on. Get me down to a 1 lot. I wouldn't mind another one of those sweep downs. With slippage, get like 10 ticks out of it. That'd be cool. Now, okay, and there's a push up. And I'm going to have to make a decision here pretty soon. No. Okay, we're holding right at the edge. Right at the edge. Don't love the UB and the pullback bar, but it is just the pullback bar. It's arbitrary. Oh, okay. Nice little sweep down. So the sellers are still up here. Cool. All right. That was a little bit of energy to the downside. And they keep it up. That's what needs to happen. We need to see it continue. And as yet, it is not. I have not had this situation occur where I'm taking one off of my master while my slaves are not in a position. It just occurred to me. I wonder if this is going to get my slaves long. That could be bad if it does. I don't know if it's going to. I actually don't know what's going to happen here. It's going to be interesting. I'm keeping a sharp eye on my slave trade window. Okay, there we go. And the slaves did not get long. Okay, good. They're not short either, which is disappointing, but whatever. I'll deal with that later. All right, here we go. We've got some UB. Finally, can we go? Come on, just come on. Can we just do this? Let's not this one tick crap. Let's do this. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. It's really. What the hell? Come on, oil. All right, I don't like the speed at which that push up happened. Okay, here's the edge, this little thin spot right here. This is kind of it. I got to decide what I'm doing in there. And yeah. Oh, okay, and sweep down. See, okay, now we've got a completed auction. We've got a price projector. It's not a mind-blowing price projector, but it is a price projector in the pullback bar. So, and a contested delta in the pullback bar as well, which we're holding below. Okay, I like this. I like this still for the short, and we're back into the range. The sellers are up here. I'm okay hanging on to this at the moment. still it wants to go down. It's heavy. Again, it's you can tell the energy, or energy is the wrong way to put it. The weight. It's the only word I can come up with. The weight is on the bottom for sure. And we got that UB down there. I mean, it wants to go, but somebody needs to just step on the gas. Somebody needs to throw a log on the fire or something and get it going. Come on, somebody drop another 600 lot or whatever that earlier sweep was. That would be a thing of beauty. Okay, come on. Here we go. God. Paint drying. Let's go. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Yes. Now we're talking. All right. Stop is in. Stop is in. All right. Now, can we get the low? Can we get the low? The overnight low. I want the low. I want it. I want it bad. Okay. I'll hide behind that delta right there. And it might take me, but if it does, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's kind of, yep, there it goes. All right. Well, another little chip away at my negative P&L this morning. It's back down into, comfort zone as far as I'm concerned. In fact, actually, wait a second. Am I still negative? Yes, I am still slightly negative, even including yes. But whatever, $100 or so, $100 or less. So, I'm okay with that. I'm mostly just puzzled and confused at my copier's behavior because it worked on ES and it's not working at all in oil. It's probably some silly setting, just something boneheady. Okay. Hang on. Ooh. Are we going to continue lower? I kind of am liking you for a short. All right. I am attempting to get short 69.75. I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm going to throw a stop order in, see if I can get in on a stop if we move. And we did. All right. Then I'm out there. I'm going to get rid of those orders. Okay. I'm short. Ooh, and Scott, I took some slippage on that entry because it was aggressive to the downside. But that's a good sign. I mean, aggression to the downside is what I want to see. And we're well past this node. The sellers are definitely in control. We've got that structural UB at the low. We still haven't broken the overnight low. So the probabilities are that we will. So I'm comfortable with, okay, yeah, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm comfortable with this. At the moment, we got UB now at the bottom, looking for some continuation. Bummer about the slippage on this entry, but whatever. That's trading for you. Slippage is a thing. Yeah. These are my least favorite behaviors in oil. The stab in one direction, few ticks, and then back, and then stab again, and then back, and it's just, just do it. Just stab and go. And oil likes to do that. It does that a lot, in fact. But it does this often enough that you kind of know it's just going to happen. It's just one of those things. Okay, a lot of blue delta here. It's trying to get pushed through. Aggressive buyers are buying this up. They're gobbling it up. But not with a ton of aggression, it would seem, because the sellers are ultimately holding it for now. But we got UB on the pullback bar. We could push higher. Yeah, here it goes. Yep, there it goes. All right, so that was a little quick push. It might have been some stops there. People shorting this. Okay, we're back up at the lower edge of this node now, of this high volume node. That whoa. Ah, crap. All right. I paused to take a drink. I literally had the drink in my hand and was about to set it down as that occurred. Wow. Well, that stunk. And because of the slippage here, my cat stop, which I never moved, was right there and it got tagged. Look at that. I mean, went right to it. Boy, how annoying. I will reestablish. If by some miracle I can get a few tick push up back to this min delta here, I'll just reestablish it. Although if it gets anywhere, up to the top of this high volume node, whatever, I have to bail. I am leaning on the fact that I've got I earned back some of my losses. I'm definitely using that right now so that I can continue to. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? And you are 2 in the way now. All right. And we're back up at the high volume node. So, I mean, that's a significant push, but this is kind of where the push down started from. It emanated from right here. It just could not get a lift past this. So I'm basically looking to replay this again, but well, okay. Price, no, almost a price rejector on the pullback bar. God, I want another drink, but I don't want to take my hands off anything right now. Okay, it's a price rejector now, but it is still a price rejector. Okay, it's rejectoring, doing what a price rejector is supposed to do in a perfect world. Looking at you, pullback bar, and right at the edge. Okay, price rejector right at the edge of the high volume node on the pullback bar. So I like that. And also this. Okay, yes, B to A is coming up, which means I should really stop trading this period. I don't actually have any hard and fast rule on when I rule out the 2 overnight trade, but just personally, I don't really like trading much past B period. Well, at all, really, past B period. Especially to, it's inventory day and all that. I don't want to be in oil too much longer. So this is going to be it for me for oil. All right. So my short here is working. And can we push past the high volume node? And I'm going to go ahead and protect this one. Come on. Stuck at the edge, but it's not pushing low. Okay. Pushing. All right. Good. We're pushing lower. Good. Can we get some energy to the downside? Come on. Let's go. You want that UB down there. You want it. It's tasty. Come play Pac-Man with me. Nice big blue ghost down there. Go get it. You're going to give me a tick, aren't you? Oh, okay. So I'm looking at you, Red Delta. You going to hold us? Nah, I don't think so. Nope. All right, out for a tick there. But no higher. So again, okay, here we go. Maybe. All right. Oh, okay. I was just going to move this up a tick or two, but I'm entered again, short 69.84. Playing the same idea because, again, we pushed up a couple ticks and then just came, whoa, hello, and there's a sweep to the downside. Okay, good. That's what I want to see. Now let's continue that. Let's just step on the freaking throttle. Mixed, not a metaphor, but a set of terminology. Stepping on the throttle. You don't generally step on a throttle. Throttle the throttle. Let's go. Come on. Are my copies by chance? No. Okay. Copier is just not doing anything on oil. So I probably just have it disabled for oil and I don't even realize it. It's probably something just silly like that. I'm going to be annoyed when I find it, but that's okay. It's a process. All right, here we go. We're pushing. Oh, I like it. Okay, I like it. I'm going to hide behind you, Blue Delta. Can we really? You know what? I might as well just, I have a structural idea. I don't want to be too fast to protect it. I will keep it from turning into a loss. But I tend to be too quick. I err on the side of very quickly protecting things instead of remaining faithful if I have a clear structural idea. And right now, I mean, UB at the low of the current period, UB at the low. Boy, say that 10 times fast. I've got two big, gigantic, glaring, screaming structural reasons to be short. But of course, that means everybody else can see those same things too, right? So, there's always that game theory of, well, but if I can see it, then they can see it. And if they can see it, then they know I can see it. And then they're thinking this and I'm thinking that. And they want me to think that they're thinking that, whatever, that whole game. I talked about that on yesterday's Q&A call. Okay, we had a momentary sign of some energy to the downside and then nothing. So what are we at on time? Oh, okay, that was the energy at 9 o'clock. So B period has opened in ES. Where are we at? Oh, we're way down here. I think we've already broken the previous low. Yeah, I think we already did. Looks like we already shot through the A period low. So there was no B to A for me anyway in ES. I want oil to pick up and go. Just going to stay focused on that trade. Okay. It's looking like it wants to. It keeps pushing down into this area. It's pushing towards the UB, but then it just doesn't get it. Oh, and a sweep up took me for a tick. Okay, so out for a tick there again. And can I reestablish again? Oh, maybe. Yes. All right. And will it push lower? If it will push lower, I will get short. Wanting to push higher, but here's the edge. I'm going to move up my entry. Okay, if we push lower here, I will get short because this is sort of the top. But if it goes any higher, I got to get the hell out of the way. Because this is the edge of the high profile or the high volume node on the profile. Okay, and we're pushing down. Okay, and I've reestablished short at 69.90 over here in my. Oh, you're not going to believe this. My copier is working. What the hell? Okay, I'm short in all my copied accounts. I don't know. I mean, you guys, wait a minute. I'm long? No, wait, what? I'm long. How the hell? Oh my God, did I hit? Oh, fuck me. All right, screw this. Flat. I'm making stupid errors. However, you know what? I'm actually glad that happened because I think it just told me where the problem is in my copier. Shorts have not been working and I've only been playing short. But a long in oil worked. Tells me where to look. I think I know what the problem is. All right. Well, hey, I'm glad that happened then. Ultimately, silver lining. But when I'm making mistakes like that, clicking buy instead of sell, I gotta just get the hell out. That's just terrible. So, I'm about at my, where am I at? I'm below my daily drawdown limit, but I just don't like the action. And I don't like the way I'm executing on that action. I'm frustrated that my copier is not behaving and it's misbehaving in ways that don't make sense. Again, now I think I actually do know what's happening. So I think it sort of does make sense now that I've had that fat finger reveal the problem for me or possibly reveal the problem. We'll see. But yeah, I think I need to just call it done. I'm just not executing that well. And my head is clearly on my copier because I want it to work and I want it to work reliably. Okay, I'm going to go back and take a look at the chat now. All right, John had to split. No worries. All good. All right. So with that, there was no B period trade in ES for me anyway. So I got nothing else to do here. I am inclined to call it done and go see if I can't fix my copier. So unless any of you have got anything that you want to chat about, then I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a morning and get on to my other stuff for the day. So I suppose that means it's Burning Desires time. Oh, and I have some PMs. What's going on over here? Oh, okay, nothing urgent. Oh, no, I need to stand up and stretch. Anyway, my back is not too happy with me. Oh, boy. Stiff. Oh, that's better. All right, cool. Let's leave it there. So awkward morning, but, them's the breaks. That's the way it goes some days. So didn't blow anything up, so that's good. Always good to not blow things up. So catch you all later. Thanks for the well wishes on the copier, Maria. I'll get it figured out. It's almost there. It's so close. But it's really freaking complicated to get it working right. But I'm almost there. It's so close I can taste it. So all right, gang. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. I will talk to you all later. See ya.